Hello, my name is Jan. I am the older and wiser half of the mother-daughter team that is the Pewter Dragonfly. I think my daughter will probably disagree. Anyway, welcome to our channel. Today we're making shaving soaps for both men and women. Our handmade shaving soaps leave your skin moisturized and soft, unlike most of the commercial brands out there, which may contain alcohol and is very drying. This is especially appealing to women considering the skin surface that they shave. We sell as many shaving soaps to women as we do to men. The first one up there is Berrylicious. This is black raspberry vanilla fragrance oil. It's very tart raspberry. This is my daughter's favorite. Then we have Zen Garden. This is gardenia, white tea and ginger, and a proprietary blend of florals, fruits, and spices. This is my favorite. Our shave soaps are made with Dual-Lye. Sodium hydroxide gives a hard bar. Potassium hydroxide gives you the lather that you need for wet shaving. Our soaps contain castor oil, cocoa butter, coconut oil, shea butter, vegetable-based stearic acid, glycerin, sodium lactate, and fragrance, of course. We do not add clay to our soaps because they can dull blades, and some of the razors out there are very expensive. As a bonus, if you watch to the end of the video, we will do a lather demo with a brush to show you how to build lather. If you're new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe and to click the little bell, whichever side it's on, to get notice of new videos. If you're ready, let's get to it. Hello there. Today we're making the shaving soap, as we've already said, and we are going to do it in the black raspberry vanilla fragrance. So I just melted all the oils. You can see the beautiful blue. That's the color the shaving soap will be, and the fragrance oil is also in there, as well as the glycerin and all of the oils. They are sitting at about 165. They're cooling fast, so we need to get busy here. I will be using my column molds here, and we're making 4 different batches today. So these will hold about 8 bars sliced about 8.5, about 1.5 inches wide. So let's get this out of the way. We need to mix up our lye solution. I'll be putting on my mask. And I have a fan going overhead, so I will be very careful. This is a Dual-Lye shaving soap, so these are both the sodium hydroxide and the potassium hydroxide. I don't know if you can hear. That's the potassium hydroxide, makes that kind of a noise. The sodium hydroxide does not make any sound at all when it's dissolving, so we will let this dissolve. We are doing a new process for me today. It's sometimes called a stick blender hot process. Rather than doing the crock pot, which is standard for most shaving soaps, Dual-Lye shaving soaps. I don't like that method because it tends to get really thick on me very fast, and then I'm fighting to get the batter into the molds. And it always causes me stress. We are going to add the hot lye to the hot oils very slowly. Okay, I think we're about done here. Got a little bit of a film on top, but I think we're good. I'm feeling no grit at the bottom at all, so I would say it's totally mixed. Now, what can happen when you add hot lye to hot oils it can do what's called volcano on you, which means it will boil and bubble up. That's the reason why we're going to do this very, very slowly, and we're going to stir the entire time. So let me get this out of here. And here we go. I think I'm actually going to do it this way since I'm right-handed. It'll be easier to do. Once we have all of the lye into the oil mixture, then we'll use the stick blender to emulsify it. Bring it together. Once it's fully emulsified, we will pour it into the mold. So far so good. I'm not seeing any volcanoing, or it looks like even an inclination to do so. But if you dump it all in at once, I'm sure the shock between the two would cause the volcano. So we're going to add just a little faster here. In fact, a lot faster, because the mixture is starting to emulsify and thicken. Okay, and you can see it's pretty curdly, very curdly, curdled, I believe is the term. So we will put the blender together, get this out of my way. Okay, here we go. Okay, we're down into the what's called the applesauce stage. It's still curdly, so we need to keep going. Okay, we are in mashed potato stage. I'm gonna let it set for a second. Yeah, it's still separating, and the oils are starting to separate from the rest of the mixture, so we have to keep going. Here, what it's doing. Yeah, it's separating still. Okay. I can feel, you can see how it's starting to separate really, really good. but I can feel it loosening up now, so it should start to emulsify any second. Ah, see how it changed? Okay, this is where we need to be. And we will let it sit for a little bit to make sure that it's emulsified, but I am fairly certain it is. All right, and it is pourable. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull this over here and let you see what we're doing here. Okay, so my recipe's off a little bit. I need another mold. Okay, do some straight bottom. Muffin pan here, so we end up with a more of a that looks like a puck instead of a slant-sided muffin. Okay, get all of this out of here. You can see how quickly it is really sitting up now. Okay. Very well. Okay, this one will probably go to my daughter. This is her favorite scent. So we will now let those sit and start to solidify. And I will set this off to the side so that we have a place for all of the others. These column molds were purchased at brambleberry.com. They each hold about 50 ounces of soap. Now that would be to the top rim, but with the liner and the rubber band to hold it all together, I can actually go pretty much to the top of the liner. I use wax paper, cut a strip just a little bit wider than the diameter, double it over, and then I put the cap on. This is a loose cap, and that holds the seal then. When they are completely ready, I put them into the freezer for about an hour to let them shrink a little bit, and then I can just twist this around and pull it straight up and out, and then they're really easy to get in and out. Okay, we're about ready to do the second batch of soap. Excuse me, shaving soap. Today's Ladies' Day, so this is our floral one. You notice the beautiful pink. Scent again is already in there. And the temperature is dropping rather quickly, so we need to get our lye solution put together. Put on my mask and we will get busy. Hi there, we're back. Okay, we're going to cut these, and basically what happened was I put these into a freezer for about 2 hours, and then the liners just slid right out of the mold, and they've been sitting out and drying somewhat. They're a little cold and they're a little wet yet, but we're going to go ahead and give it a try to see how it works. We are set to 1.5 inches, but I'm going to take off a little bit here for a sample. Let me pull this back here a ways so you can see it a little better. Okay. Okay. So we're cutting to 1.25 inches. That way they'll be a good size. Oops. Better get that up first. They're definitely slippery from the freezer. So normally I would let them dry out a lot more before cutting, but I wanted to get this done because I'm getting ready to leave town, and I want them to be drying. Okay. So I'll probably just show you just this one. I'll cut the other one off camera, but they'll all be very similar, and I will have pictures at the end to show you what they look like. This new process looks like it's going to work like a dream. Okay, let's get come on. There we go. Very smooth texture inside. Not full of air holes, which tends to happen a lot with, at least with my hot process shave soaps. It happens a lot. So that will do it. Thank you very much. We'll see you at the next video. Hello there. We wanted to show you one final step that we do with the shave soaps, and that is the stamping part that goes on. I use Brambleberry's Gold Sparkle Mica. Let me get over here where you can actually see it. And it's just a nice gold mica. And then here is the stamp. This is our signature dragonfly. Let me scoot this over where you can actually see it a little bit better. There we go. We just take a little bit, put it into the lid so that we can actually coat the stamp. And then we take the soaps. We'll do 3 at a time here so that you can see. As you can see, we've got a little bit of a quilted type pattern on this. That is because of these tiles that I use to keep it up off of the base here so that the air can circulate underneath. So I will have to be aware of that in the future and put down probably some paper towels underneath to let them go ahead and dry. You can still circulate through the paper towel, but it won't leave the marks like that. So anyway, it's very simple. We just press a little bit, and we've got a gold dragonfly. If you press too much, then you get the edge of the stamp that shows up. So light touch, Okay, as we promised, we're going to give you a demonstration of how to build lather with our shave soaps. The brush has been soaking in hot water for about 10 minutes, which would be about the time that if you were taking a shower, you could let it sit and soak in hot water and heat it as much as you possibly can. It softens the bristles, and then it adds gives you the water, the moisture that you need for the soap. This is a little piece of a sample of the Manly Man, the orange and patchouli and cinnamon cloves. So add the water, really load the brush, and I probably have a little bit too much water in here, but load the brush with the soap as much as you can. Okay, and you see the brush is really well loaded, and then you can either do this in a shave soap cup that's built for shave soap, or you can do it in your hand. And you just keep moving the brush, you just keep unloading. You can go back from time to time and add more soap. If it's too dry, then you add a little bit more water in it. And you'll see that the soap is, it has a really good texture to it, a lot of body. I've got hair on the bristle there. So you're building some really nice lather here. Let me grab a little bit more of it here, making a big mess. Normally you will have a bowl, a cup that's made for it, and most of them have ridges in the bottom so that when you're doing the moving around, you put it in the water, you get some soap, and then you go to your shaving cup and you start going around and around, and you build the lather until you get as much lather as you want. But that lather will last, and it will stay like that for a long time. This is what the potassium lye does. It helps to build that really strong, stable lather that will stay this way for a long time and allow you to get completely through your shaving. Now, most women actually do not use a brush when they use the shaving soap. They usually just take the bar. You grab one of the men's bars. They usually just take the bar, get it wet, rub it on legs, underarms, wherever they're doing some shaving, and then begin to shave. And it will build a little bit of lather that way, but not a great deal. So either way, works well. Thank you. Bye-bye.